My name is Rhapsody, welcome back to Monster Train 2. Oh, Pieball and Stygian Guard, you say? Sure. Why not? These guys haven't won before, have they? I don't think so. Let's actually quickly... Pieball and Stygian... Where are we? Pieball with... Stygian with base clans. No. Okay, because I randomized the one that I had done before recently. Serapaternus, Chosen Adventurer. Oh, we start with double alchemy and base deck. Huge fan of that. Serapaternus, Chosen of Entropy is going to be silencing us. Fleshweaver and Strixen Hallow. Yay! Fleshweaver with Corruption, Strixen Hallow with Incant. Oh, dang. Pyro of Entropy is going to be taking care of all of our draw for us. We've got 2 copies of Mollusk Mage in the base deck for some Conduit, and a Hothead for some AoE clearing. Good base deck. Oh, non-banning units have deployable. That's Mollusk Mages out on turn 1. That's huge. Units getting an extra upgrade slot is pretty good, but I'm going to take the Departure Manifest here. Golden Crown, Conjure. Every time you cast the ability, gain a Dragon Sword. Happy to do it. I can draw 1 less per turn. So, in general, it's got to be like Lord Phoenix, double Mollusk Mage, then Shield Spear, I think. Gotta play Alchemy, gotta use a spell as well. Let's fire start that line. All I have to do is survive this 1 turn, get to use an additional ability on bottom line. And then I'm just looking for as much fire as I can get on Astrael. So it takes out all of the chumps. Just gonna do a quick comparison. If I just removed a minion, yeah, significantly more damage. Sure. We'll drop Alchemy on that field. Fire starter. Additional Shield Steward. If I have to take damage to the Pyre so that I can get this 6 here, it'll be worth it. Dang. 2 hits? Yeah, it could be worse. Golden Touch? That feels a bit much. Snotty Whelp, though, with Gelly Sneeze as a deployable unit? It's pretty fun. Give me a Whelp. I'm going to want one of those in the deck, at least. Helical Crystallis, huge amount of damage for a frontliner, and double dips on our damage. We'll loot here. Hell, increase max ult by 2 immediately, and merchant costs reduced by 25%. Good lord, what a start. Merchant of Steel with a Pireborn banner next to it. Do I want to go Merchant of Steel, Pireborn, Merchant of Steel, Pireborn? Merchant of Magic, Stygian. I really do need the ability to play through the whole fight as greedily as possible, which means that I want Merchant of Steel here. Guildmonger. Interesting. Yeah, I'll take Guildmonger. There's a part of me that thinks maybe I Smidgestone Hothead so I can throw it on the bottom line easily. And then if I'm going to do anything, it would be re-roll, looking for... Interesting. Endless would have been ideal. Didn't find that. Large Stone would have been incredible as well. Didn't find that. Dualism would have done decently. 12 more Pyre Gel from each Gelly Sneeze. Didn't find that. Plus 14 damage will give the Hothead the ability to at least, like, clear. Multi-strike is so good on the target, but, like, am I going to be able to use it realistically? Hell, I think I actually have to multi-strike a Shield Steward. Avarice 3. Fine. I'm not, like, over the moon about any of this. March of the Supplicants, trying to fill our deck with useless burdens. Yeah, that's going to be annoying, but I still do need a floor for Guildmonger to die on. Ah. Of course. That's the reason not to lower my pyre. Ugh. I'll get to Dragon Horde this fight. I gotta play more rounds of combat for that top line. It's about as many rounds as I can get. Not good. Greed. Deal 20 damage to all units on Slay. Gain 10 coins. I'm gonna take that. We're gonna have a sacrificial bottom line. Guardian Stone deployable. I mean, it's nice if I can use it, but I can't really use it especially well right now. Take a single flash freeze for some backline targeting. Gotta save this, but hopefully we can get up to 9 or 10 in the next fight. I mean, now I really have to go for the Merchant of Arms, just for the Pyre remains, as much as I don't want to. Overgrowth Carapace would be incredible for Hothead. Boiler Room would also be really good for the bottom line, so give me both. Boiler Room will make Hothead a lot more playable. Don't need to combine anything. And don't really need Spell Sanctum either. Yeah, pretty good hit. Triple stack isn't especially good on any of ours. I guess I could have Permafrost Greed. Every turn that gains 5 magic power, just play it on the bottom line. Hopefully eventually get Holdover, just play it on the bottom line for clears every turn. The alternative, of course, being -4 energy to an alchemy. Of trinkets, forgotten boons. And then I could hit Empyrean Well after that. It's just the Entropic Crystal seems like it's going to be a real annoyance because I'm going to draw it so consistently and it's 2 costs, so I have to play it every time as well. Like, it costs me 2 energy consistently to save me 1 energy once. Sorry, 3 energy once. Honestly, either this is greed or it's nothing. I'm taking nothing. Real tragedy right there. Fledglings are going to award us corruption for having the audacity to fight them. Use that ability on the bottom line. Take out this unit. Summon a Mollusk Mage as a chump for defense sake. Hit you with Firestarter. And then Flash Freeze your minion. I have to take 3 direct damage to do this, but I get to slice off some mass, which doesn't really matter. I see, the thing is, Greed is here so that I can clear the entire bottom line. Losing that hothead. Spear Stew on the top. Shields you for turning up at the right time. There's no way I win this fight. I don't have any beef on any unit. Yeah, the Overgrowth Carapace is how I think I was supposed to do it. Literally just don't play the Hothead on the bottom line because I'm going to be using Greed there. Alright, I'm going to restart. Everything else will be the same. I want to play it as a defender, but Probably just ends up dying on turn 1 as a defender. Courtesy of not really having a chump block. Okay, a lot better at chump blocking here. I think I'm supposed to throw a Flash Freeze still in here. I take 19 damage on Lord Phoenix for having done so. No, I can't. Oh, this is the play, though. Summon all the additional minions you like, and then kill them all, and then even kill your additional minion. That's the way. Unfortunately, we get 8 corruption on our backliner there in Hothead. Hothead's going to need some hot help to get through that one. And never mind, we lose Hothead due to the corruption that we've got on him anyway. So Flagellant's gonna die as it ascends. Snotty Walt for additional survivability on this second floor, maybe. I think like my only chance is to get an Overgrowth Carapace to start growing some stats. And even then, I don't think it's a good chance. I'm pretty sure? I was about to say, I'm pretty sure we die exactly here. We don't. We managed to survive exactly that turn, but we'll die exactly next turn. Damn. I'm gonna abandon this. Well, I mean, look. You know, it really doesn't matter. Like, if I don't lay out both Vengeful Shards, I die to the Flagellant next turn. If I do, I die to the next Flagellant the turn after. Oh, actually, no, I just die straight up to this Flagellant. It hits me twice. Ugh. Ow. Throw that back immediately. Let's go again. You're gonna kill me. You know I can't resist. Double alchemy in the base. There's also 2 Cuddle Hexes here. And a Magma Mauler, helping us scale some damage. Fleshweaver, Serapaternus Joseph Dominion, and Lifemother's Pyre. Lifemother's Pyre is particularly exciting, giving us the ability to copy cards at Merchants of Steel, Magic, and Trinkets. So we just need to get a very powerful card very soon. Gel Transfuser. When any unit dies, their Pyre Gel is spread amongst enemy units. I really do like an early Sinner's Salve, though. But spreading Pyre Gel to remaining units is really good. And I'm taking Conjure again. You can't stop me. Battle and immunity to Rage Floor, sure. How do I survive fights here? Guess it's got to be partly by whittling targets down. Thank you, Cuddle Hex, for helping me keep the alchemy for when I need it. Probably ends up using the other Cuddle Hex to keep the other alchemy for the right turn that I can play him. Yeah. One, 3, 14, 18 damage. Not enough to take out the Carrying Sycophant by itself, but it could keep both Cuddle Hexes alive. Like that. And then get to hold another alchemy in hand. Sure. Revealing that Fallen Champion to additional damage on the top floor next turn is already going to be a task for us. This just gives me the ability to spend alchemy over the course of the next couple of turns. Also, grab Firestarter, but relevant. God, I need so much health on that top line. I'm not going to have it. Could have been worse. Could have been worse. Oh, alchemy. Maybe I should take a Lava Armor for keeping a unit alive this early. Maybe. Yeah, maybe it seems like maybe I should do that. Titan's Gratitude just straight up 60 damage to a target. I think I need that right now as well. When you damage your own unit, reduce cooldown by 1. If I had a way of doing that without Firestarter, I'd be much more excited about it. Oh, at the end of battle, gain 3 if your player took no damage. Well, I have a reason to align both greed and correct play now. Merchant of Magic. Yeah, I gotta hit a Merchant of Steel. Large Stone Multi-Strike is incredible. Screw it, I'll take a Greed Dragon. Large Stone is Magma Mauler. Multi-Strike also Magma Mauler. Then Incant gain armor. I feel like I should put this on a Cuddle Hex, just to keep the Cuddle Hex alive. Too many card except for your champion. Honestly, if I just dupe that Magma Mauler and just play 2 Magma Maulers in the opening, I feel like I'm much more safe. Okay, now I think I can afford to be pretty damn greedy. Oh, problem. Lord Phoenix needs to be at least on the 2nd floor to be able to cast its ability enough times for full conjure. That means you go there, then you go there. Hell yeah. Take you out. Play an alchemy. Summon another Cuddle Hex to hold the other alchemy. It works about as well as it could. Yeah, I don't want to kill on that bottom line. It's very important we don't kill on that bottom line. So I'm gonna alchemy and just grab a fire starter for the next turn. That'll do it. No additional anything to grab from anywhere, so... Hell, I'll finish you with spells. And then we get all the way up to 8 from the Prismatic Dragon Scale. Oh, yes. Pay off! Yes! Consume, restore 2 fire health for each Dragon Horde. Yes, that's exactly what I need right now. Cuddle Hex, Helical Crystallis, and Flash Freeze. Do I have a Flash Freeze? Okay, I haven't got good backline targets, so I'll take that Flash Freeze. After using an ability, friendly units gain armor 3 is a really good way to give additional armor consistently to Lord Phoenix. Also, the Cuddle Hexes will contribute to that as well. Sizzling Firecracker is nice, but it's not going to have an impact for a while. Medallion of Superiority is 6/6 on the Magma Maulers, which is not bad. Take Shell first. Spells get an extra upgrade slot. I mean, in the world where I do want to get one spell ridiculously busted and then super upgrade that's like super dupe that spell. Yeah. We've got name, 3rd spell of a turn, gives +1 magic power to all spells. Only really matters for the fire starters getting a little bit more. Token of a Trader, deals 3 damage to a random unit on the floor. That can be fun. I'm gonna take Lightstone Casing. I think we actually have a really good opportunity to go to a Merchant of Arms here early. Not only, obviously, the health, obviously helpful. Stoke Plate Mail is only really good on the Greed Dragon right now, so no. Hell Furnace, if you gain Fire Gel, it gains 3 additional stacks. Not really good when I'm gaining 8 Fire Gel already, like, kind of minimal. But also, Hell's Furnace is pretty much always going to be good on Lord Phoenix's floor, so you can take that and make that deployable. I'll hold money here. See, the thing is, I can dupe Dante. Dante is one of the best units for taking advantage of the enemy having a huge amount of Pyre Gel already on them. I wonder if I should roll here now. There's so many pieces of equipment Dante would just lose his mind for. I don't think I need Soul Smelter. It did 10 damage for Dante. It's pretty expensive, though. Eventually, I could remove Alchemy from the deck. Okay. Ooh, Fleshweaver, this is going to be a problem. He's going to give me a lot of corruption on my Dante, who will die quite quickly as a result. Phoenix. Magmar Morlor. And then Dante the Dependable. The problem with doing Soul Smelter here is eventually Dante is just gonna die to the corruption. Like it will happen. So will all of my units here. Yeah, when it comes up next turn, there's almost no chance that Dante ends up surviving. Yep. That's 4 corruption a turn on Dante now. Get a Spear Steward on the bottom line just for some additional damage. I think this is a great opportunity for me to hold the Calcified Ember for another turn. Then use Payoff for some healing. Unfortunately, that mass is not going to really be rendered off of the Fleshweaver. But I can keep some corruption off the top line by casting another spell up there. Keep another card in hand. Alright, Greed Dragon. Comes out on the ball with a bunch of 10-10s. It's capable of taking out both enemy frontliners there at least. Oh no, I'm not capable of taking out these enemies. They're going to go straight to the top. No! I can't lava armor my way through this, right? I get to take out the top line, but I lose to the corruption response there. I really want to use alchemy, but let's look at if I just full cast out the turn, I can actually win. Actually, hang on. I don't... Oh, I really wish it would show me on, like, hover over or something like that. I don't remember if I've taken pyre damage yet this turn. This run. I'm risking 11 damage. No, wait, because the 11 damage literally is gonna... Okay, cool. We're fine. We're fine. We're totally fine. Got enough pyre gel on him that we got him down in the end. Harness the Titan. Siren Song. Start of combat. Ascend non-boss enemy units on this floor and apply day 3. Lifemother's Spire doesn't really do enough damage. Frost Piercer, I mean, yeah. Fine. Harness the Titan also, yeah, fine. I should take Frost Piercer. Silent Fight, Silent Sea, Greed Dragon. I mean, these aren't what's missing. Capacity is certainly part of what's missing right now. Maybe getting a sweep unit for the bottom line could be handy. I mean, that's Silent Fights. I need capacity if I'm going to be able to play any of my minions, please. Save that loot, unfortunately. Yeah, I was expecting to loot by here, so the merchant trinkets would have been much more appealing in that world. Double stack and holdover. Not great possibilities here for us. Give me some money when I conjure as well, please. I could, like, double stack Flash Freeze. Give it a bunch of additional Frostbite. Could even hold it over if I wanted to, but that's 175 if I wanted both of those. Like, I should really, like, hold over and negative cost something so that I am getting a lot more usage out of it, but oof. I think I just throw plus 10 on Titan's Gratitude for plus 50 damage on it. I think I just -1. God, one of the alchemies. And then leave. Yuck. Awful upgrades. Now my dupe is really bad too. Yeah, give me another Magma Mauler, I guess. Yikes. No boss enemies gain multi-strike. It is Magma Mauler with Phoenix, then Magma Mauler with Dante, and then the next one's going to be Magma Mauler. Oh. Thanks, Magma Mauler. Payoff doesn't really help right now. We've still got Soul Smelter in the deck. I don't need to play Alchemy though, so just throw some damage on the bottom line so I can clear more easily. Soul Smelter is entirely unnecessary this turn. I'll get to cast again with Lord Phoenix next turn, so that'll take care of that then. Save a little health on that floor if I can. Having a quick sleep, I just kind of have to lump this damage. Hey, Great Dragon! Good time for you to turn up, buddy. Yeah, you're gonna take away all of my damage pretty quickly, unfortunately. So I think maybe that should go second in line. Although Spear Steel will be infinitely more useful next turn. We got a lot of Pyogel on him, but unfortunately we got full sapped. Thankfully, it only took 2 to get through to him. Mind Cage, reduce cooldown by 1, quite like that. On Lord Phoenix especially. Ice Storm. Ice Storm's really good when the enemy has a bunch of Pyogel, each of them getting upped by the amount of Pyogel. Once the deployment phase, when you play your third card of the turn, draw 1. Yes, but this is probably one of my decks that can least utilize it. Dante's Inferno for piercing all of the enemies, or Pyre Skin for trying to heal back up. Or, sorry, just for the straight up, give me the Candelabra. Yeah. Because I might still end up being, using Prismatic Dragon Scale, so that could be handy. Merchant of Arms, Pyreborn Unit, Merchant of Steel. Merchant of Magic. Merchant of Magic, obviously really important still. But how do I make Dante more powerful if not Merchant of Arms? I mean, Glass Cannon's the easiest, just pick it up and throw it at him. Echo Vault also allows us to dupe spells, which could be relevant. I do like that double cast. Iron Tongue. Sweet. Well, that's compelling. Sets a unit's damage to 30 and it cannot be changed. That might be some of the best damage I can put on Dante. In the right fights, of course. Mind Cage deployable, combine 2 casts to 1. No. Definitely in the area that I'll start just removing shield stewards though. Hothead. I don't know if I need another line clear like that. Oh, new event! The train approaches a platform nearly claimed by nature. The ground is cracked open and filled with soil. A large seed rests unburied on the surface of the soil, seemingly ready to grow into something new. You consider taking the seed to harness its latent energy, but you also consider what might emerge from the seed if it was planted. What will you do with the seed? Plant the seed, wait for a more complete artifact, or get the Lifemother seed. At the end of combat, create a permanent copy of a random non-champion card in your deck. Yeah, I'll wait for something more complete, thank you. You decide to plant the seed, but before you do, you consider giving the seed some help to grow. I can either lose 10 Pyre health and only have to wait 1 combat, wait 2 combats, no Pyre health, or reconsider. I'll fertilize you with my health, thank you. I have payoff to help heal back up. Let's get Echo Vault on the second floor. It's too early to just double play a single payoff with it, though. Yeah, I mean, double play Alchemy, why not? Helps get the Greed Dragon in a much better position. Gosh, no one attacks at quick speed, though. I mean, we won't really make a difference on this bottom line, unfortunately. But we make a difference to the incoming damage on the next line, at least. There's that Soul's Melter. Although, Dragon Sword, if I just play Alchemy on the second floor, I'm already going to achieve... Yeah, that'll just get us all the way there anyway. Let's go... Puddle Hex bottom line, use you to hold a Frozen Lance, and then just naturally play the rest of these. Oh, hell yeah, discarded the correct card as well. Sick. Iron Song does give additional health and additional damage in this instance, so it's probably worth taking. Yeah. Oh my god, that kills? Just enough Frostbite? Is there anything else I can do then? Can I just give you the Frostbite and then... Nope. Look, that'll be enough. Just gonna accept it as is and take 1 damage to a Dante's Candle at the very end there. Doesn't matter though, because we still get to loot a full 10. Stuck up, well, giving Avarice. No. Sacrificial Chamber. There's all of those way what they're exactly the opposite of what I need. I need more impact. When a unit gains Pyre Gel, it gains 1 additional stacks. Not bad. Especially if they also ascend to gain 2 Pyre Gel. Ooh, Great and Ephemeral copy of the first spell you play each turn. Do. Huge. You return to the platform where you planted the seed. Somehow, in the short time since you planted it, a fully grown plant now rises from the soil. It looks healthy. yet it's still growing. You sense that letting the plant grow even longer will change it, but not necessarily for the better. Lifemother's Bloom. At the end of combat, create a permanent copy of a non-champion card in your deck. I mean, right now, I just get another copy of Unnamed Home. I don't even have a card that really wants this upgrade yet. You decide to wait even longer, but before you depart, you decide to give the plant some additional help. I'm gonna give it the 10 additional health again. I'm coming back when it is ready to go. Merchant trinkets with this amount of money. I mean, yeah, Merchant of Steel is good, especially with Dante. But I can get another Merchant of Steel in the next area and then another trinkets at the end. I gotta take this trinkets when I get it. Starter cards cost -1. Sounds good to me. I don't really have any whelps die, so no to all of those. Dante's Footstool, hell yeah. Oh, all of these, maybe. Crown of the Eternals, fully healed champions at the start of the turn. Also, draw a room card from your deck and reduce its cost to 0. And then a Firestone housing for additional upgrades to minions. Hanyo. Have I removed cards from this deck already? I have, yeah. Yeah, having already removed cards from this deck, maybe I'll take the KO. That energy is going to be really helpful. And hell, eventually I can use that as a base spell to upgrade. So I'll probably go Merchant of Steel, maybe Merchant of Magic afterwards, really depends. Okay. Ugh. Okay, gotta watch out for your bastions, buddy. You could be pretty nasty. Getting Echo Vault out for free on turn 1 is huge. That's not the floor you go on, buddy. I think I'm going to let this Calcified Ember loop. I'm going to unname you twice. Just to heavily prevent you from being able to just double up the damage and lifesteal being given to a target, because that can be really annoying. Play a Dante the Dependable for additional damage, and then double play Alchemy on that floor. And we do good damage if the enemy has fire on him. Yeah, I'm gonna drop a Soul Smelter and then just take you out. Let's get a Icy Silophyte to take most of this damage for us if we can. Aw, Cuddle Hex. Why don't you come down on that bottom line to give us some additional sticking power? And then we'll double an Ice Storm on this floor. Oh, it even casts before combat. That's huge. Sadly can't keep him alive for too long on the bottom line there. Yeah, I need to get some additional Pyre Gel on that Bastion for next turn to be anywhere near okay. I want Payoff to be my last card from this floor, ideally this turn. Good work. Double up payoff for a bunch of fire healing. I suspect that the amount of Pyre Gel on the enemy at this point just does mean we will win, as long as I don't fumble way too hard. Yeah, sure, I'll throw a Frost Piercer on the field for no reason. Guess no reason other than I had the Frost Piercer at the time and could throw it on the field. Oh, not being able to keep the Greed Dragon. Oh! Yeah, I can summon you on the bottom line. Obviously missing out on the ability to double up on Alchemy on the next line, though. Great that I get the Magma Mauler back. Very happy about that. Our first response, taking out all of those would be ideal. Double an Ice Stall. Right, if we have to deal with another line, that top line is going to come up and kill us. We are A-okay. Take out all the units that need to be taken out. And I think we're even going to get to celebrate here. Oh, wow. I'm even going to get to burn another calcified ember. Hell yeah. That's a Dragon Staff. Incant to deal damage to enemy units. Do any of our units care about that? For any particular reason that I can think of? Not really. Take a single spike the Stygian. Energy's been a huge problem for us basically the entire fight, and it's not getting easier. Loot Apple 10 in the Horde. When you equip a friendly unit, gain Conduit is really useful. And Dragons and Whelps have 8 additional damage. That affects our dragon. First rune card, Blade each battle's Blades War Flaws. Interesting. So that means Echo Room? Honestly, Echo Room War Flaws, is that good? No, not unless I'm playing a ridiculous amount of cards. Because I'd have to play a spell on each floor, that spell to be relevant, and then to care about the dupe of it as well. At the end of battle, purge a card. If I know that this is about to trigger... Actually, I should take this just to figure that out. I have a lot of blights and spells and minions as well. Draw and energy actually matters too. I'll take the Versatile Ember Staff. As the train slows, you find something strange has taken hold in the soil. You encounter the plant, but it's grown far beyond what it should be. Its leaves are swollen and veined, its stems tangling upon each other. Something has gone terribly wrong. Despite the overgrowth, the plant could still be of some use to you. What will you do with the overgrown plant? Lifemother's Remnant. Create a permanent copy of the first non-champion card played each turn. The plant's vines coiling unnaturally as if it was reaching for you. You sever the core just in time and the movement stops. Each turn. So that doesn't consider, usually at least, that won't consider deployment phase to be a turn. I think Large Stone stats just on Dante makes a lot of sense. I think if I'm putting Multi-Strike directly on someone, it's another Magma Mauler. Throwing 20 additional health on maybe a... no, I've got to reroll first. Smidge Stone and Dualism. Interesting. Obviously, Dualism is Dualism. But I think I should Smidge Stone the Greed Dragon so that I'm able to play it as a defensive unit a little bit more safely. And Incant gain armor on you as well. Straight up plus 14 damage to a unit. I mean, it's either Dante or Icy Silify. I think I gotta give that to Dante right now. Meat Shield just for some health restoration in the middle of the fight, something we otherwise struggle with. Although, we are full healing. Something I should remember. Lord Phoenix does full heal at the end of each turn. Oh no. Oh, it considers the opening to be a turn. Interesting. Give me 2 Echo Volts. Oh my god, and the second one's 0 costed? Is it 0 costed by default? It's literally 0 in my deck. Oh wow. That's not okay if that's what it is. Right, of course. 3, 3, 12? So if I double play Ice Storm up there, I actually managed to take all of those out. Cool. That said, I should probably just set up Dante on the floor that kills these units rather than having to rely on that. Oh my god. I don't want another copy of Dante's Candle. Not like this. Every turn. Ugh. This is kind of tragic, actually. This is so mean. If you want to play a card, you better want to play it real bad. I don't want another Icy Xylophone. I keep forgetting about it. I don't want the 1 in 4 that I discard the reserved Ember that I care about, though. I do like Iron Tongue for the Magma Mauler on the bottom line here. Get my sweeps through the enemies. I mean, yeah, this one just comes down to Unnamed Tome is a very good card. I mean, this is fun. I'm gonna alchemy on those 2 floors. Hold you. And you. So I guess hold the additional alchemy entirely unnecessarily. Next turn, that Greed Dragon is going to be big. It's going to be big. Oh, sick. Second Greed Dragon. I'll summon it. That seems fun. Perfection. So much money. Mind Cage, reduce result by... not really relevant. That's fanning the flame or sacrificial chamber. Long past those being good. Drain. Could be relevant in the final fights. Take you. One more loot of the Dragon's Horde. Spells gain +3 damage for each upgrade on the card. If my spells are upgraded, oh boy. I'm going to go 3/3 for each upgrade on the card for units, and then spells, sure. Fire Blind by HL2 to all enemies on all floors on revenge, because they desperately need that. I really badly need to get some speed. I need to be taking down my enemies before they take me down, otherwise I lose too much health. Dante. Thank you. Thank you for becoming quick, Dante. I'll mini stone one of the magma maulers. If a card is discarded before the end of your turn, gain 1 energy, yay. At the end of turn, frozen cards are cost reduced. Yes, but unfortunately, I'm not really gonna get to play that many Cuddle Hexes. Still good though. 50% spell weakness, no, reroll. Deployment phase, draw an equipment from your deck and 0 cost it. I mean, it really depends on what it draws, but... Give me Lost Luggage. I'll also take this opportunity to dupe a... Probably don't need another payoff, and if I do, I just played it at the start of the turn. Another mini Magma Mauler, and then for removals... Get these Spear Stewards out of here. Go. You can score some anti-hand armor gain and 20 additional health from one of the Cuddle Hexes. Emot Tome and Lifemother's Pyre at the same time means if I play a spell as my first card of the turn, I draw 2 more copies of that same spell. Pretty wild. Do I need additional units on the bottom line at all? No, this is a good opportunity to throw a Magma Mauler down there, I think. Obviously the mini-stoned one. Oh boy, there it is, Iron Tongue. I was wondering if I would get that early enough for it to be as ridiculous as I want it to be. Annoyingly, I'm gonna copy this card twice, so one of them is gonna go straight to the discard pile. Oh wow, never mind, it goes straight to the draw pile. Double cast Alchemy on the top floor, very easy. Hey. Don't need that pyre this turn. Couple hits up there. Then Iron Tongue on our AoE sweeper. I mean, at the moment, it does feel like Firestarter, Firestarter, Firestarter. Probably the correct way to go with that. I gotta meat shield you. You can have llama armor for additional health. Then double up on that alchemy. That'll hex, you might as well freeze that card to try and help you stay alive, which it will. There we go, all the way up to 10 dragon swords. I am ready to start dropping my greedy, greedy dragons. Mind Gauge isn't going to have an immediate effect, unfortunately. Well, we're almost doing lethal damage on the second floor already. Let me add a Frost Piercer to the situation, and then we can just watch it happen. Sick. Before I do that, though, I'm going to double the Excavated Ember in my deck instead, and then play that Frost. Get another additional permanent copy of that, and a non-permanent copy, but obviously the permanent copy is the one that I'm excited about. We did it! We gave you 1,000 frostbite, and it's just because we had it on... Well, I mean, Frostpiercer does as much frostbite as it does damage, so the unit doesn't have to have that much damage. If the enemy has a bunch of Pyogel, that'll still add to your ultimate frostbite number. Just taking the rest of these artifacts. Non-battle units have deployable. Yeah, I 100% can't take that. Yeah, I 1,000% cannot at all take that. 10 off deployment phase, summon a random unit. New. A lot of the time, that's going to summon Greed Dragons that are doing nothing at the time. This Lifemother's Pyre is wild. I can only imagine a run where you get it in your first... Well, okay, hang on. It doesn't necessarily have to be available for the first event. Here we are. Oh, bully. Unfortunately, Excav Ember is one of the worst dupes here. Because it doesn't actively function as a dupe. Oh, another Cuddle Hex, you say? Deeply compelling. I'll hold a Drain and Firestarter, and I'm going to give Frozen to the payoff, despite the fact that I'm not going to be utilizing it that way for a while. Perfect. And now, Spike of the Stygian for a bunch of Sap and Frostbite on Dominion. Able to reduce our incoming damage. Oh yeah, I forgot these cards become 0 cost. That is good. We've got way too many cards in hand again. Firelight. Dupes another 2 Firelights for me. I'm going to play both of those. Never mind, I had the right amount of cards in hand, as it turns out. Especially considering this Savagery is almost dead? Yeah, with all those extra Firelights that we got last turn, I'm pretty sure that fight's gonna be over in this first cycle. I can get a bunch of Pyogel on all targets if I just leave these in hand as well. Like, realistically, is what I should be doing. Thank you for the Pyogel. open up with huge Firelight again. Okay, bottom line, kills. Dominion's not dead just yet. I'm gonna get as much alchemy as I can alch. Whilst recognizing that I already have way too much. I'm already at 10. It's already irrelevant. Perfect. And then all I gotta do is double up this payoff so I can heal, and then heal, and then heal, and then I'm gonna Firelight, and then I'm gonna heal. Yeah, the new Lifemother Spire is ridiculous. When I said Emot's Tome is ridiculous, it was with the negative downsides of negative downsides as opposed to positive downsides. It was because it's because Emot's Tome copies and immediately draws the same spell into your hand, and that's even with the limitations of it having to choose a spell and it being a non-permanent copy. Of course, it could be a downside to have a permanent copy, but you have 3 rounds at the absolute least, possibly even up to 5, to prepare for the Lifemother's artifact at the right time. I feel like I'm going to be abusing the hell out of that a lot. Ooh, it gave us our largest deck size on record, 68 cards. Yep, that sounds about right. Let's jump back to the outpost. I'm going to tell you that my name's been Raps. The name of the game has been Monster Train 2. Top left is the series playlist for all my content on the game, past, present, and future. YouTube recommendations down below. Streaming past are the names of the people so generously supporting the Republic on patreon.com/RhapsodyPlays. Out above the thank tier, and a special thanks to this episode to Nick Starfield. Hopefully you all have been enjoying yourselves, and hopefully see you all next time.